the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam are fighting for an independent ethnic Tamil homeland in the north and northeast of the island.
The Tamil Tigers are looked upon as one of the toughest in the world. Some would say the most fanatical. When they took up arms in the beginning of the 80s, they were but one of several Tamil groups. But little by little, they eliminated rivaling groups, and today they're alone. The brunt of the guerrilla movement has become a totalitarian one that will not stand criticism of its exercise of power, and every soldier is a possible martyr.
We
use the prussic acid to save society. We do have information. It's better to commit suicide than to give information to the army.
This fanaticism that has become the Tamils' most terrible weapon. This war is being waged by boys and girls as young as 14. Youngsters raised with a death wish and obsessed with martyrdom.
But the increasing use of young fighters is another sign that the Tigers may have a manpower problem.
Our youngsters have no future other than to fight for their homeland. That is one of the reasons there is a large recruitment of young people in our fighting force.
This man, Velupillai Prabhakaran, is the leader of the Tamil Tigers. He's been fighting the Sri Lankan government for more than 20 years and to his followers is seen as the saviour of the Tamil people. But there are increasing signs of discontent with the Tamil Tigers. This girl is one of about 50 tiger fighters who have recently surrendered to the army. This is a new phenomenon in a movement which is notorious for taking cyanide rather than being captured.
How much are the Tigers prepared to sacrifice to realise their dreams of a free Tamil homeland? How far are they prepared to go? Near the village of Thadiyadi, they've made a graveyard for their martyrs on the Eastern Front. In a short while, it's become almost crowded. On a wall there are posters, pictures of so-called black tigers, young men and women who took on suicide missions. Many of them are just teenagers.
For the young, there are few options other than to join the Tamil Tigers. They have known little else but war. They are committed and prepared to die fighting or commit suicide for the cause by biting a cyanide capsule they wear around their necks. The Tamil Tigers say the fighters cannot go to the front line until they are 15, but many of those killed have been found to be as young as 12. The shortage of men has meant that fighters are becoming younger, with many of them veterans by the time they are teenagers. This is a training camp for the fighters. It's here that they are taught the tactics which have made them one of the most ruthless and fanatical guerrilla forces in the world. The fighters are quite sure why they joined the movement.
எங்களை மறுத்து வைத்து தமிழர் என்று விரட்டி எங்களை பிடித்து கொண்டு போய்.
At another army camp, some 500 women fighters are being taught similar tactics. Women have been part of the armed struggle for 10 years. They are no mere showpiece. They have formed their own section and do not mix with the men. They also wear a cyanide pill in case of capture. In the past year, hundreds of women are said to have joined the Tigers. The Sri Lankan army says that they are now being used for raids on army camps. The actual number of women fighters is not known, but is believed to be about 3,000, a remarkable number in a Hindu-dominated society in which women traditionally stay at home.
My elder brother, Anna, has taught me that I can stand on my own legs. That I don't just have to go back to the kitchen and do the all works our women have been doing all these times. Now I will choose what I like.
என்னுடைய அப்பாவும் சரி அம்மாவும் சரி அவங்களோட காலத்துல அவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்க செய்யாத நாங்கள் இந்த காலத்துல செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். அதை அவங்க நான் போராட்டத்துல இருக்கிறத பற்றி பெருமையா நினைக்கிறேன். அதே நேரம் எனக்கு சகல விதத்திலேயும் ஊக்கமும் ஆதரவும் தெரியும்.
This memorial is for the 600 fighters who died at Elephant Pass, one of the largest battles of the war. Contrary to Hindu tradition, the Tamil Tigers have started burying their dead instead of cremating them. This is a move aimed at showing the population that there are still men and women who are prepared to die for an independent state.
Every year, the Tigers remember their dead, and thousands come to mourn their lost friends and relatives.
In the secretive world of the Tigers, the elder brother cuts an Orwellian figure, omnipresent yet invisible. Few ordinary Tamils have ever seen him in the flesh. In theory, this is a nationalist movement, leavened with Marxism. But in appearance, it is more the cult of personality. Elder brother is the Tiger movement, saviour, enforcer, protector from a hostile world. The main feature is always a war movie. A dose of reality TV, recording the heroic exploits of the Tigers. Playing tonight, Unceasing Waves 3. And this is the target audience. The Tigers insist that all recruits are now aged at least 17. But the United Nations and Amnesty International claim children as young as 12 are still in the ranks.
Tell me what you think of the videos. We like the fighting. You like the fighting? Yes, yes. Why do you like the fighting? Because in the fighting between the army and the Tigers win.
The Tamil Tigers would take on the government of Sri Lanka, and in the bloody battles that followed, thousands of people would die. The Tigers would also gain an international reputation for carrying out suicide bombings and for assassinating prominent politicians, including an Indian Prime Minister and more recently Sri Lanka's Foreign Minister. Their practice of using child soldiers has been condemned worldwide, and their relationship with the Tamil people is complex. The Tigers killed many moderate Tamil leaders and wiped out other militant groups who they considered ideological competition.